Hey, and good evening. Meteorologist Chris Smith here in the Panhandle Weather Studios. Meteorologist Dan Nyman also with me, venturing out to South Walton this evening, braving the cold weather, which has returned with a vengeance across our area.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad this morning, obviously. That drive right around 1 o'clock today, pretty comfortable outside. I did have the vest on by that point, but now, you step outside and it's just brutal.
Yeah, a big difference. The kids were in the swimming pool this time yesterday. We're celebrating a friend's birthday here at the house, and today there's no swimming in the swimming pool.
Yeah, the pool's closed for a couple weeks now. It's going to take a little while for that to be useful again, but it's winter. We expect these sort of shots of cold air. The good thing with this, even though it is a pretty significant cool down, it's not a long cool down for us.
No, and we're not talking about record temperatures or anything like that. It's cold, but not crazy cold. We'll flirt with the mid-20s inland and flirt with the freeze at the beaches, and that's going to be about the extent of it, and we should begin to warm up by the end of the week.
The other thing today, it was windy outside, especially I've got a lot of tall grass in the backyard. At the end of the property line and beyond, there's a big field.
Not in my yard,
I've taken care of my yard, but I don't take care of what I don't own. So as everything else behind was just ripping back and forth. It was pretty good wind earlier, but at least maybe soon we'll start to see that taper off. Still, wind chill is going to be a talking point tonight.
Yeah, wind chills will be an issue tonight into tomorrow, but by Wednesday morning, they should be a good bit less, and by New Year's Eve night, within a degree or two of the actual temperature. So tomorrow morning will be the worst of it across our area. Right now it's 53 degrees in Panama City. Feels like 50, dew point of 31. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 18 miles an hour. And you can see the water getting rustled around a good bit there at destination Panama City this evening. Over into Destin, it's 48 degrees, so a little bit cooler there because, again, they're farther to the west, so they're closer to this cold air mass that moves in. West-northwest winds at 22 miles per hour. And you look at the palm trees here, all getting blown around. And just a little bit ago, Dan and I were chuckling at some folks who were on one of those tiki hut bar things, cruising right there in the harbor. I can't imagine that was comfortable at all.
Icicles on the facial hair.
Yeah, it was like the Dumb and Dumber scene, holding on to here you go, 51 degrees. That's pushing it for a bonfire. You can technically do it, but with the wind and I'm glad it's not my money. Meanwhile, over into Panama City Beach, 51, winds out of the north-northwest at 18 miles an hour. Yellow flag getting blown around pretty good there. Meanwhile, as we look at live Doppler radar, you look at the blue on here, that's for a cold weather advisory for our area. And that means basically it can mean a combination of things from a hard freeze to a light freeze. In this case, it is talking about wind chill values tonight could drop into the teens to lower 20s across parts of our area. Meanwhile, up into the northeast, lake effect snow machine on the northern extent of this system, continuing to dump heavy snowfall up there, where over the past several days we've seen the snow piling up, but they're getting another round of this now. We're expecting it to mount up here over the next several days with that wind coming in off the lakes. Meanwhile, high temperatures today since midnight. Well, ironically, this was at midnight. Temperatures were right around 70 degrees, but look at where we are right now. We're dropping into the 40s and 50s. 40s mainly inland and to the west. 50s right along the immediate coastline. But the cold air has moved all through northwest Florida, and you see all of us compared to this time yesterday, 20, 14, 15, 18 degrees colder than when you were out last night, and it was, balmy and close to 70 degrees. This is what the winds are right now. Santa Fe, Defuniak, Destin, all blowing in that 10 to 15 mile per hour range. The gusts right now, 19 in Bluntstown, 21 in Defuniak Springs, 22 miles an hour over into Destin. When we look at those winds, the winds tonight are going to generally be into that 10 to 15, occasionally 20 mile an hour range. And so that's why tomorrow morning, when you start looking at these temperatures, winds that are blowing at 10 to 15 miles an hour, and you factor in the wind chill, we're going to be seeing those wind chill values as we head into tomorrow morning, dropping into the teens and 20s. But you notice by tomorrow evening, look at the winds. we're more into that 5 to 10 mile an hour range, so it should be a good bit better. So here's a look at that at the feels like temperatures as we move through the overnight hours tonight. You'll see these temperatures dropping below freezing for the feels like temperatures, and then by the time you wake up, you'll see feels like temperatures low 20s inland, 21, 22, and then mid 20s down along the immediate coastline expected as we head into your morning tomorrow. So future clouds and radar, it is all quiet right now. For more on that, we go to meteorologist Dan Nyman.
Yeah, obviously we've seen some clouds earlier today, especially in my neck of the woods, Chris. We obviously saw a decent blanket of clouds through the first half of the day, and then it was like from Bay County into Walton County, it kind of punched through on the backside of that front, and suddenly we were looking at a whole lot more sunshine. Obviously tonight, though, when you get the clear skies, it's one of those parts of the recipe that we'll see temperatures cooling quite quickly. Radiational cooling is still going to be something we talk about the next few days, and you'll see a little upper level moisture kind of meander on through the Panhandle tonight. A couple of high level clouds out there as you wake up tomorrow morning, but ultimately the clouds not really the story for us here. It's just in and out, some mix of sun and clouds out there for tomorrow morning. You clear out once again. All of this going to be just a little more color in the skies, of course, as we work our way towards the midweek, though. You still see some afternoons with sunshine, and that'll be something that at least looks pleasant outside. Won't help as much for the feel, at least through the next 24 hours. As far as tonight temperatures go, you start to cool down pretty quickly here as we continue through the evening tonight into the 30s after midnight and down towards freezing for most of the Panhandle as you get closer towards 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And then, of course, low temperatures in some spots dropping even cooler than that. Still that mix of clouds out there, but ultimately a pretty nice night as far as the views go. You'll probably just want to enjoy it from looking out the window inside of your home. Temperatures tomorrow morning, right down 30 across I-10, 29 degrees up towards Crestview. Notice, though, the beaches, we're really not talking about dripping the faucets or even seeing a freeze along the immediate coastline. Potential for some frosty conditions right down towards the bays here. Then as you get further south into inland parts of Gulf County, northern Franklin County, still could see some frost out there briefly tomorrow morning, but temperatures still hold on to prevent any freeze along the coast. It's inland as you get towards Highway 20. I-10 temperatures down at or below 32 degrees. And then, of course, Chris, the wind chills are going to be more of the talking point this evening. And certainly the numbers that might grab your attention a little more, because while we're talking about here, of course, temperatures on the thermometer right around that freezing mark, it's the wind chills that have been in the lower 20s and, of course, grabbing everybody's attention.
Yes, a couple of the viewer comments in there. Ben, it is not going to snow, you wise guy. And then the other wise guy, Nor'easter Nick. What did Nick ask? Is it going to rain at my house this week? I'll get back to you on Nick's up in New Jersey.
I have the alerts on for Mount Laurel, so I'll let you know. If I get one that says 15 minutes from now it'll rain, I will send you a text.
Now, in all seriousness, when we talk about pipes, so tonight is not a pipe dripping night. Now, plants and pets, people, obviously those precautions, but the reality is no one's going to freeze for more than a couple hours inland, and that shouldn't cause any issues. The beaches will not freeze at all. Where we get into that pipe situation is for inland areas on Wednesday morning. We'll drop into that 25 to 27 degree range, and that's going to be a little bit closer to issue areas. Now, even on Wednesday morning, I don't think the beaches may not freeze, and if they do, it's a light freeze. So I still think the beaches themselves will probably not have to drip the pipes or anything for this whole event. It's really only inland areas, so probably a few miles away from the coast and farther inland, that I would go ahead probably Wednesday night or Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, go ahead and take the precautions, whether it's opening up the cabinets, stripping the pipes, wrapping, covering up the outdoor faucets, things like that. But, you know, this isn't a record-breaking cold or anything like that. We've already seen temperatures that have actually been colder than this so far. Now, oh, you know what we forgot? I almost forgot. Christmas lights.
It's because the Christmas spirit's quickly draining out of me here, as has been the energy for the last 4 days.
So this display made it over on Bryn Court in Panama City Beach, and Panhandle Weather made an appearance in this display where Bill Porter, who does this, he's like the OG guy around here for like the music and special light effects Christmas displays, and he asked us to do a little cameo for one of the songs in his playlist this year. And so I took the kids out the other night, I guess it was Friday night or Saturday night. Saturday night, I took the kids out and we went and checked out the display, and there's Lila there, and she was able to see it. And he also has a snow machine that creates snow. For this song here was Let It Snow.
So there you go, Ben, it will snow.
So, okay, so here's the other cool thing about this. Bill is a really smart guy. And so he's an electrical engineer at the Navy base, and so he uses AI for his display. And what he does is, because that snow is really expensive.
I figured it would be.
Yes. So, and he hasn't figured out a way to make it himself. So he goes through about like 1.5 gallons a night. And I think it's like, I think my wife said it was like $20 a gallon. Like it's not, yes, exactly. So he has it with AI that if no one is out there, it doesn't play the song and music over the speakers, and it doesn't do the snow.
That's fantastic.
But if somebody is out there, it will do the snow and do the music over the speakers. And so that's on Bring Court. So you're running out of time, but next couple of nights, go out there and check it out. He does a fantastic job, and you'll see one of us. Now, Christmas lights brought to our friends at Coconut Creek Family Fun Park and Danny Riles Real Estate. We appreciate them being back with us again this year. And,
I think so Danny Riles may be still collecting some donations. I know it's after Christmas, but they're probably still working on that project, and we'll be working on Chris Smith's lights all the way through the end of December.
Yeah, and this is where you kind of get into like the thing. Like there's some people that have the tree out by the road by now. And then like there's other folks that like leave it up longer.
I fought with that thing for too long. It's staying up.
Well, you know, because like some people say, you know, that's probably one we should ask on social. How long do you leave your Christmas tree up?
I think it's been asked enough.
So it's like through, like some people keep it up through the 12th day of Christmas, which is like actually like January the 6th.
I think I made it to February one year in college.
Well, then there you go. But we appreciate our sponsors there. And coming up in a minute, we're going to talk more about the cold weather and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And someone was asking about rain this weekend. We'll talk all about that, Miss Gail, in just a minute.
Toyotathon is on at Panama City Toyota,
where you can get 1.99% APR on a new Camry and get $500 in holiday cash. Get 3.49% APR on a new Corolla and get $500 in holiday cash. Get 1.99% on a new Tacoma, plus $1,000 in holiday cash. And 1.99% on a new Tundra, plus you'll get $1,000 in holiday cash.
shake up your holidays at Toyotathon.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. with professional-grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Now, from your trusted team of meteorologists at Panhandle Weather, this is your evening forecast update.
Probably not many folks outside this evening taking pictures of anything out there. Of course, temperatures through the afternoon continuing to cool down. We did grab, though, from a remote camera here. David Wesley playing the game the right way, submitted on that Panhandle weather app, free on the iOS App Store or Google Play. We did get some photos, though, from, once again, inside the car. So a lot of inside being the theme for this afternoon. This is an interesting photo right up in my neck of the woods, back at the house along 231. And I noticed this myself. Very stark line on the back edge of the cloud coverage. It was all overcast in this area pretty much through the morning and midday hours. And then you saw that break in the clouds, and almost instantly you went from the full cloud coverage back towards the full sunshine. Thank you very much, Tiffany, for sending in that photo. And here's another one from Charlie over in the Bear Creek Hunting Club area. And of course, just a big difference as far as what you saw there. This was right through the mid-afternoon hours, and skies opened up even as temperatures dropped. Of course, on the backside of the cold front today, you got a nice, pretty view outside. Visible satellite imagery showing you just exactly how that worked out. This is through 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you'll notice we lost some of the sunlight there, but as you look a little earlier on in this loop, you can see right there, the back edge of this clouds with that front now fully cleared through the Panhandle. It just started to shoot across the area past 231 and areas further west. It was all sunshine to wrap up the day. And also, Chris, I think we mentioned Charlie there. The hunting forecast for tomorrow. Temperature is going to be cool, of course, with a decent amount of sunshine out there, but hunting season, deer hunting season, I think you said, is well underway now.
Through February 22nd.
So we are well into the thick of things now, although you'll have to bundle up if you're out there for that. And bundle up if you're stuck in the Grand Maze this evening. This is a look over at the Coconut Creek Family Fun Park. And not a whole lot of takers out there. Temperatures down into the 50s right now. And I know Ben and Nick Pittman watching are probably laughing at us complaining about temperatures in the 50s. It is cool, especially with that northwesterly wind, 18 miles per hour. The folks at the bonfire probably feeling that. I think all the clothing there, Chris, is probably black winter coats. Everybody just purchased those over at the Bass Pro Shops over towards Destin, and they were ready to bundle up for this evening. Still see Old Glory blowing around there. That's again out of the northwesterly direction. So all the cold air rushing in here. Kind of got a conveyor belt of cold air right now. Big low pressure system up towards the Great Lakes, and then high pressure towards the west. And it's squeezing and funneling that cold right down towards us here. So not uncommonly cold for the Panhandle, but certainly a shock to the system after what was a pretty warm Christmas week. And as you look out towards Wonderworks right now, dew point temperatures down into the 30s too. So that'll be another thing we watch as far as temperatures dropping. Out on the deck here at Sharky's, a couple of folks out there right now, kids playing. They don't realize it's cold, I guess. Kids can wear shorts in any weather. Here's what's happening in the forecast. Of course, we're watching for the cool right now, but it's not lasting all that long. Right around New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we'll stay chilly, but then afterwards, temperatures start rising. We do have to watch, though, for a rain chance, which normally you talk about storms here on the long-range outlook, and people might get a little fret, but we're actually going to look forward to some rainfall. It's been a little while, of course, since we've seen it. Temperatures right now dropping into the 40s in some inland locations. Obviously, that is a 20 or so decrease in some inland locations from this time last evening. So, Chris, you talked about the kids being out in the pool last night. Not going to be talking about that at all for the rest of this week. And temperatures keep dropping, of course. The planner for the next several hours, depressing. The wind's going to add to that cool as well.
Yes, wind chill is going to be an issue tonight. Once we get through tonight, I don't see it being as much of an issue Wednesday morning or on into New Year's Day. So it's going to be after tonight, really and through tomorrow, the wind will stay high, but it'll be tomorrow night that we'll start to see those winds begin to die down across our area. So let's talk about those wind speeds right now, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour. But you'll notice as we head through the next 24 hours, so this is starting off tomorrow morning, and then getting you through Wednesday morning. So Tuesday morning to Wednesday morning, you notice how those winds do begin to die down across our area. But feels like temperatures as we move into your Tuesday morning will be dropping down to the teens and 20s. The NDFD model data shows wind chill values that are going to be dropping down low 20s inland, mid 20s down along the immediate coastline. No matter which way you slice it, it will be cold, but at least the kids are happy because guess what? they don't have school tomorrow. The rest of us, the adults, we might have to work. And as a result, it'll be a cold start to the day. Bundle up. Temperatures will start off close to freezing for a good chunk of our area. And you'll see that with temperatures Tuesday morning. Again, a light freeze expected for most of our area. Only the immediate coastline within about a few miles of the beach will see temperatures staying probably in the middle 30s, avoiding that freeze. Still, you could end up seeing a frost. The coldest day is going to be on Tuesday. We'll only see high temperatures climbing up to near 50 degrees over the course of the day on Tuesday, and we should see a fair amount of sunshine. The coldest morning is going to be on Wednesday morning with mid to upper 20s expected across the Chipola River Valley and up through the I-10 corridor. And again, right along the immediate coastline, you're at 31, 33, 37, 35. So again, flirting with freezing as you wake up for the coastline on Wednesday, but a guaranteed freeze for inland areas. And that's what I'm talking about. Those inland areas will have to worry about those pipes, I think, on Wednesday morning, but I don't foresee the coastal locations having to worry about it at all. It's just going to be, will you freeze or will you not freeze? High temperatures Wednesday warming up, getting up into the middle 50s, and we should be into the 60s by New Year's Day. So let's talk about that New Year's Eve forecast. Heading out to the beach ball drop or the pine cone drop up there in Bluntstown this year. 52 dropping down into the 40s, so it will be plenty cold. When you look at the wind chill values during this time frame, it's about 2 to 3 degrees, very negligible difference as far as being 2 to 3 degrees colder with that little bit of a wind as we head through New Year's Eve night. Now, New Year's Day, look at this. We'll see temperatures climbing up into the 60s. Still, that'll be about the same as the water temperature if you're doing, say, like the polar plunge. Over there in South Walton. It's going to be plenty cold. I'm not sure which is going to be feeling better, though. Here we go. Rain chances. Talking about this weekend. It is Saturday that is going to be our best chance of rainfall. Now, right now, it doesn't look like we're talking about like an all-day rain event. It doesn't look like it's going to a ton of rainfall across our area, but it is coming. You see our big trough of low pressure across the eastern United States, ridge building out to the west with the warmer weather there, but notice this trough just kind of persists here. And then you see this little dip right there moving in on Saturday. This is our next little trough that's going to swing through and give us that chance of rainfall on Saturday. As we move into Sunday and Monday, this ridge begins to build in and we start to warm things up a little bit as we head into next week. So our future cast showing, again, quiet weather for now. A few cirrus clouds floating on through, nothing to worry about as we make our way through New Year's Eve on into New Year's Day. The weather's going to remain quiet across our area. It's really just a temperature forecast that we're going to be dealing with. Now, when we talk about the weather this weekend, there you go. Best chance of rainfall Saturday, showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. You're looking at 71 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Winds turn out of the north, might knock down the humidity just a little bit. So let's talk about the rainfall forecast. We start things off New Year's night. And as we head into New Year's night on into Friday, we'll see some clouds across our area. But then there you go. This is our system developing. Again, it's not a lot, but it is going to bring with it a chance of rainfall starting Saturday morning, maybe into the afternoon hours. And then you see that northerly flow and how things begin to dry out on the back side of it. So how much rainfall are we talking about? As of right now, doesn't look like it's going to be a ton of rainfall. More rainfall to the north, about a ½ inch up into parts of Alabama and Georgia. Back here at home, we're talking about maybe 1/4 of an inch of rainfall expected on Saturday. So nothing to get all that excited about. Here's a look at how it all shapes up. Notice we start the week cold and we gradually get warmer. Coastal locations will stay in the 60s. We'll see inland areas climbing up to right around 70 degrees. Low temperatures, again, near freezing the next 3 mornings for inland areas. Near freezing, we'll say the next 2 mornings for coastal locations. And then we start to warm things up as we head toward the weekend. Looking out towards the first week of January, January 4th through 8th. Wet weather out to the western part of the United States, drier across the central, closer to average here. But meanwhile, temperatures are expected to be warmer than average across a good chunk of the country. So again, precipitation pretty close to average here, but the temperatures a better chance of seeing above average temperatures getting into January. So once we get through this cold spell, through the end of this week, we should start to see that warming trend. And you saw that with some 70s on Saturday, Sunday, but that should continue on into next week. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Temperatures gradually warming. Again, 60s mainly at the coastline once we get through New Year's Day and on through the weekend. Chance of rain Saturday. Inland areas, again, getting up into the 70s by the weekend. Good chance of showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. But all systems go for the weather when it comes to New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I think it will have a festive feel. We've had rain before here, and we've had some years where it was like just like this past like Christmas and the days after, where like you could barely see the beach ball because it was just socked in with fog. So at least this year it'll be cool, but certainly on the chilly side, but at least it will be dry.
Had that one year I got sent out to the beach ball drop. It was hot. Like I was sweating carrying around the camera. And that was my whole job. Just carry the camera. And
carry the camera.
It was unpleasant 6 hours of sweating, packed in with people, 35 pounds lugging around, trying not to break people's ankles.
Yes, but it will. I hope everyone has a great New Year's Eve. I don't think we have any plans.
No,
just probably staying inside with the kids. Charlie, I think might try. He's tried to stay up.
There's a certain point, early 20s, that staying up is no longer cool. It's an opportunity to go to bed earlier because you don't have work the next morning.
Exactly. And I think we'll do shows. We did shows today and tomorrow. We might take off Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then we'll see about Friday. Friday we may do one just because we have the rainfall coming in this Saturday. So I think that will be kind of the plan. Tomorrow and Friday, and take a break Wednesday and Thursday. Of course, the channel will have updates continuing throughout, so nothing to really worry about there. We got plenty of weather stuff for you.
Broke.
No, you can just tighten it on the back side.
Yeah, we'll work on that after this. What am I gonna do?
We can get another one.
It'll be all right. Obviously, more updates tonight, Chris. Those are running right now. And then social media, of course, there's constantly stuff going on. Can't stress enough, download the Panhandle weather app. It's totally free. And when things like that rainfall arrives on Saturday or even tonight, temperatures dropping, you'll be the first to know because it sends out that notification immediately. So download that. Be sure to join us again tomorrow at 6.
Thank you. Donna, Judy, Gail, Lewis, Nick, Kim, Josie, thank you very much for tuning in.